guys, this is Chris Appleton of Absolver, and you're listening to Angel Gareth on BRFM.
Thank you.
You're going to be posh now, mate. It's the first time you're going to get a mic with me. Remember, it's always on the phone. Quite an unusual one.
Are we starting?
We started as soon as I hit that bloody button, mate.
Great.
This belong to you.
It may do. I should have 2 pens. Yeah,
if anyone hasn't realised, it's a silver Sharpie, which are very, very rare. And I've just given it back to Joe. Why the hell did I do that? It is the beautiful, wonderful, amazing, unbelievable. Spoken to you, what? 3 times. This is my 3rd time now.
3rd interview, yeah.
3rd interview, twice on the phone. But yet, seeing you live in Gloucester. Joe, I did not realise your voice hit that. That was unbelievable. Joe from the Enid.
Hello. Hi, Angel.
Joe, it's a pleasure, mate, to catch up with you. Finally speak to you face to face. Here at, of course, HRH PROG, which you've always said you lot have played this.
We've done this show for the last 3 years, and every single year this festival develops itself.
It's just it's amazing.
I mean, it started as such a small...
Look at this.
Oh, look at this. Wow.
Oh, I did say.
I love you. Thank you so
Promised
much.
A drink.
You know...
Oh, there it goes.
I tell you what, Angel. Cheers, because...
Joe, I did say I'd buy you a drink.
You did?
On your show.
You promised me?
This is it. Gentlemen, ladies, Joe from the Enid, my drink to Joe. I've always said you need it. And after seeing the bridge show, you need it.
Well, I tell you what, when I
tonight show.
Have a show, I wait about a week of no drinking. I'm very, very, very firm with myself. Healthy living all the way. But then when I've done the show, I can really enjoy myself.
Chill out
I can
and
have
relax.
a drink. I can chill out. And I feel very relaxed now.
Well,
Thank you for having me.
You were promised. There's a drink I promised to get you,
Cheers.
my love. It is unbelievable to see you again and to hear your voice. Like I said, is what you've done. The bridge show. The concept for that. You said to me is when I spoke to you on the phone last time. This bridge show, you've got to get to see it. You're not going to see it anywhere else, right? You got one more date on it.
We have one more date on the 31st of March. In London at the beautiful Union Chapel in Islington. It's a stunning, stunning venue.
It looks it. I've seen the photos.
I love it there. I mean, the Enid haven't played there for about 4 years or so. No, 5 years. 5 years.
5 years.
Nearly, yeah. And the venue had some problems with some residential developments in Islington that meant that they had some noise restrictions.
Right.
And they had to change... They had to change themselves around a bit to try. Well, they had to
get rid of the neighbours.
At first, they were forced into reducing the sound levels they were allowed to.
Oh, you can't do that.
Which seemed totally unfair. And then the rules got changed in their favour, which means that they can have proper bands again, basically. And now was the right time for us to come back.
I got to be honest though, looking at the photos you put up. Of course, on Facebook, the Enid, and the Enid webpage, Twitter, everything for you guys. Get and check these guys out. I've got to be honest, it's like I said, I've always said the Enid. When I've heard the latest one, Invictus, what an album, unbelievable. But until seeing the bridge show, that was it for me. I caught you lot last year here at Prague. You were here last year. You were up in the bigger venue. Smaller venue tonight, like sort of, but same size. Actually, no, thinking about it, if you think about it, last year, smaller stage than this year.
Yeah. This year the stage was the best one they've had. I think the first year they had the most interesting venue because they put us on in an old steelworks, which was beautiful to look at because you had this incredible scenery all around you, all the heritage. It was great, but it was freezing cold, and people couldn't cope. People couldn't cope with that. It was a bit too much.
Throat hold on to that.
It was actually warmer outside than it was in the venue that year.
Oh, I know something like that. It's like the caravan in.
Yeah. So people were a bit disappointed by that, and as a performer, I get really warm jumping around.
You've got those lights, you got that. I tell you what, tonight again is unbelievable. There's some great photos of you. I took some great photos of you with beads of sweat.
Oh, great!
They're not the ones you want. They're not the ones you want.
How kinky!
But there's the beads of sweat. I mean, you put your all into. I got to be honest. You put your all into doing your show. You put your all into this show for the Enid. You have brought these guys from the past into the future.
None of us believe in cutting corners at all. We are completely focused on development, all of us. Like Dom said to me today, who's our drummer, he's only recently started doing the drumming, and you know, Dave Storey, the original drummer, is working very closely with him to develop him. It's a beautiful thing. But Dom said to me today, you know, he's only at the beginning of his journey with us.
Oh, what a long journey!
And he said that he'd watched how far I'd come in the last 3 years, and he thought, well, if Joe can come that far, I can come that far.
Well, hang on a minute.
That's brilliant.
Let's go back there. Now, I interviewed you earlier on this year. I interviewed you back 2 years ago. So that was your start.
It was just after the start, yeah.
With the Enid.
Pretty well.
So, really, you were, like you said, you're back, if I remember correctly, hang on, I'm going back through my old age here, my 50 years of age now, coming up July. I hope you're at my birthday. going back then, you said you were actually a backing vocals?
Yeah, I mean, this time 4 years ago, I was doing backing vocals for the Enid.
And now you're, which...
I somehow got upgraded.
Gone yet.
There we go.
I'm still there. But now you're there doing the full-on vocals for this lot.
Well, the way it happened was that they needed somebody to step in and do the administration work, to help run the label, because we're a completely independent label.
That's the thing. You don't have anybody telling you what to do.
Not at all. How
to sell, where to go, where to push it. It's all run by the Enid.
Yes. And so I was a business management student at the time. I kind of had my head quite screwed on with the business side of things, which, to be fair to the Enid, like, you know, they're so focused on being artists that sometimes they miss a few tricks when it comes to the business side.
You've gone bang.
I just thought, you know, there's so much I could do for this band because they are so brilliant. This is before I'd even joined. I just thought the world of these guys. They were, as far as I was concerned,
amazing.
The best musicians I'd ever met in my life. But they needed a lot of help to make them a little bit more accessible, you know.
And you've brought that out.
And it didn't. There was nothing. Nobody needed to compromise the art in any way. There were so many things we could do to develop it further, and to my surprise, they invited me to be their lead vocalist, and I just couldn't believe it when they offered it to me.
You couldn't say no more, and you've taken over this role in a big way.
I don't do things by halves. It's all or nothing, and I've completely grabbed it by the horns, and I feel really in control of what's going on. I don't feel like I'm leaving. I take a lot of big risks, but I don't feel like I'm leaving anything to chance. I feel like every risk I take is a calculated one. You know?
You're pushing it.
I push it further each time.
I wouldn't say you're pushing it, but you're pushing these guys back to where they should be.
I believe they just...
You're bringing them back.
The rest of this band deserve great success, whether I'm here or not. You know, they are so brilliant.
They're amazing. I mean, Robert, such a keyboard player. You know,
I think Robert is one of the most underrated talents of his generation.
He is
because, and I mean, it's quite sad. I mean, he just didn't quite have the right journey to be as recognised as people like maybe Rick Wakeman. You know, I mean,
Queen.
And also Robert was never interested in things commercially, and so whereas other people may have done various collaborations which would have raised their profile and they would have made strategic decisions with regards to those kind of things, Robert wasn't interested in that. He just wanted to do what he loved.
Music.
He wanted to do what he loved, and I really admire him for that. And actually,
music is a big thing with him.
His way of approaching the music business has inspired me so much, because before I joined the Enid, I was joining the one-way street to make or break, which was like, you know, you either succeed or you don't, but there's no like kind of make your own fate, which seems ridiculous. But that's what a lot of people do. They're playing by these rules that they have to do this and they have to do that in order to be successful. And it doesn't have to work like that. You could actually take the music industry and tear it up and be like, screw you, I'm going to create an industry of my own. And I feel like that's what we're doing with the Enid. It's sort of like, okay, we'll do whatever we want to do, and hopefully people will admire that and follow in our footsteps and join us in something that is actually far more credible, far more
enjoyable,
and far more
fun. I got to be honest, fun, Joe. Let's be honest, fun. You guys on that stage, the bridge packed out. All the shows for this bridge show packed out, right? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You come on, bang. You don't come on, you're not serious, you do what you do. Anybody not seen it, go and see. Are you going to be doing it again?
If you can get to London.
Get to London, see the
31st
the bridge show. Get and see this bridge show. Unbelievable. Mind-blowing, because you said to me on the phone last time we spoke, is the bridge show is going to be, get them to do it. Now, I know plans for next year, maybe next year or the year later, is going to be even bigger. Going to be more mind-blowing. That's not just from your mind. I've heard this from Max as well.
Okay.
All right. Max has said this to me as well. Look out for the Enid, the new one.
So the next show, I don't want to give too much away because it's still in the planning stages at the moment. But with the new show, it's going to be built almost entirely around the new album Dust, which is going to be released in October.
New album. October.
And
October. I heard it.
And it's going to just be a visual spectacular to join that album.
How more visual than what you've already done with the bridge?
Oh, there's so much more we can do.
Yeah, I have heard. Extra curtains and maybe dragging up the theatre and
with this
blowing it up while people are in there.
With this last tour, we've been quite restricted because we've chosen music venues and art centres and things, places that we believed we could fill with a reasonably diverse space where we knew we could actually take our set and put it up in any dynamic on whatever stage, and we would make it work in any venue. That was the idea with this, so it was going to be really versatile.
Right.
But with the next show, what I found with this show is that it's just it's a little bit annoying if you set a standard for yourself where you think, right, I can put on this show, but but then the next venue isn't quite as practical for putting on the show. So the next shows are going to be performed only in theatres that have the right stage dimensions, so that we know our set, which we're going to have a set. It's not going to be a rock band.
You're actually going to use a set this time round.
We're going to have a proper set this time.
A real set.
An actual set.
Nothing like written down on a piece of paper and put on stage. You're going to actually have a proper bit of work. I'm just...
No, I don't mean...
Like I said,
I don't mean a music set. I mean staging.
Staging. You're actually going to have a full-on blown...
It's going to be levels. There's going to be everything. And I am determined...
You're going to take this band above...
I'm determined that every single person that comes to see the next show has the same experience.
You're going to blow them away. You're going to blow them out of the water. Because, I mean, I thought the bridge was mind-blowing. You know, I really thought that was mind-blowing. Watching what I seen there. Davros.
We can do better.
You had Davros on there.
I'm
the Daleks. Oh, come on. Who else can you throw? And you. Let's do the Queen voice.
I can't deny it.
Do the Queen voice that you did on the bridge show. Come on.
We are one. We are many. We are one and the many.
Exactly. That was just... Because I sat there and I watched it, I went, no. But it was like, wow, yes. And as soon as you, like, hit the stage, unbelievable. And you're going to take that twice as big.
That show was us dipping our toe in. That was a tester. That was to see if people would respond to that kind of show with us, which is the direction I wanted to take it in. But also, it was our way of seeing, can we take it further? Can we learn from this as a practice run, basically? And everything that we found works or doesn't work is going to influence our choices for this next production.
I'll tell you what is, I'm really looking forward to the next tour from the Enid. I mean, if nobody's caught them. I mean, the bridge show is going to be the last one's going to be, of course, at London. Mm-hmm. It's going to be. Is that going to be the last one on that one, or are you going to be maybe squeezing?
No, there's not going to be any more performances of the
what
bridge
about in
show.
Germany for 'em?
We're going to be doing a couple of festivals in Germany in the summer, and we're going to be doing a couple of shows.
But you're not taking the bridge.
Not the bridge. The two shows we're doing in the UK in June and July are going to be previews of new material from Dust. So they're not going to be the big show, but they're going to be a first chance to have a listen to some new material.
I can't wait for it, Joe. I really can't wait for the new material from the Enid. I can't wait for the new tour with the new set that you guys have got planned, because it's just going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be unbelievable. At the end of the day, I can't see any way that you can improve on what you did with the bridge. But you know in yourself, you know where you want to take this lot. They're there with you. The whole of the band are there with you. They're on Facebook. They're on YouTube, Twitter. They're on, of course, you've got there's so many Enid.so course out there, aren't there? Because it's not just .com.co.uk. There's the Enid major fan page. There's the Enid group. So many pages out there for you guys. It's such a big following.
I wouldn't say it's a big following, but it's definitely a strong following. And the people that do like the Enid love the Enid. And there's a lot of people out there that just don't get it and will never get it. And that's okay, because I'd rather have a smaller amount of people that are hugely passionate than an enormous fan base who kind of like it a bit. You know? I think it's more important to have really strong support.
But you have
people.
got a very, very big, strong fan base.
We do. I mean, it's the Enidi. The Enidi are our close fan base.
That's it. The name there.
They are they're like an extended family. They really are so there, and they're so there for us. And if we ever need any help or advice, I mean, I always go to them first. If I'm sort of going like, okay, where should we be taking the new shows? Tell me what theatres you like. tell me what you thought of this last performance. Give me your feedback. I want to know how you feel, because you guys are the... But be honest. Don't cover it in sugar. Tell me exactly what you think. Be as critical as possible, because I know that you are saying what you're saying because you want to see it grow as much as we want to see it grow.
Now, that's a nice thing, see, because you incorporate your fans. You incorporated, like you said, the name of the group. You got them, right? You incorporate everyone. Tell us where you want to see us, where you want to do, what do you think we should do differently. You're not going out there and going, oh, well, sod you, we're doing this. This is what we're doing. You want your fans all to be, this is what we want to hear, this is what we want to see, this is where we want you to play.
I want them to be involved on the journey, and I want them to know that they're being listened to, and that we take on board what they say. At the same time, I can't take everything on board to a level where I act
your
on
mind is
everything
going to
that's
explode on yourself.
Well, because at the end of the day, I have to take on board everything that's said and then take a view of my own, and with the rest of the band as well, where we make the decisions that are right for us. So we're still completely in control of the choices that we make. But if we created a wall and said, right, no one's opinions are getting through, we're only going to do what we want, then that's not very realistic. We'll never actually find out what's going on.
But that never worked with Enid, would it? It never worked with Enid, would it?
No.
Let's be honest. You guys, you wouldn't let a wall get, like, above your foot. You just kick that wall down. As soon as somebody started building a wall, you go, no, we don't want that. This is what we want you to want us to do.
I don't like boundaries.
Exactly.
I don't like boundaries.
And you've not got them. I mean, what we're going to say now is, of course, you got your place here in the UK. Not only that, you didn't bring the dog. I seen the picture on Facebook of him looking over the table at Max going, so, you're going to HRH Wales, why can't I come? Why didn't you bring the dog?
Well,
Come on!
We performed in Butlins in Minehead last month, supporting Focus for
gig.
Giants of Rock Festival.
Well, yeah.
And
that was the last time I spoke to you as well, for that one.
Yes, and bless him, we brought the dog with us because we're used to taking him to all the gigs with us now. He comes with us everywhere. And
it would be nice to have him sat here, like,
Well,
Butlins. We're going to have to do this one.
Butlins got very, very upset with us for having the dog. And they threatened to actually kick us out of the park because we had a dog.
Hang on.
We had to negotiate with them and say, look, we promise he will stay in the van. There's not going to be any trouble.
Did they kick you out because you had the dog?
They were like, we are strictly no pets and blah, 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 blah. I thought, goodness me, red tape. So I thought, well, Haven may have the same problem. They might
seen
not
how many
like
dogs are walking
either,
around
so.
here today?
Have there been lots of dogs, have there?
Well, not only the four-legged ones, but
Oh, you bad man.
no,
I thought you were an angel.
Only the devil's angel. Oh, no, have you seen how many people are walking around with their pets today?
No, I haven't seen any pets.
I've seen about 5 or 6 dogs.
Oh.
No, it would have been nice.
Okay.
Maybe next time we do an interview,
maybe,
and you can get closer to Wales, we'll get you in the studio. We'll have the dog in with us.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
I'll do an interview with the dog.
Well, he makes noises.
With the dog. Exactly. I'll do the interview. What ones? Are they coming out of the mouth or the other end?
He doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't bark, but he groans. He makes.
Hey, come on! At my age, I'm the same, mate.
When someone's content, and they kind of go.
Hey,
he does that.
Hey, come on! Are you sure that's
my
the dog?
dog
That's just you.
No, it's definitely him.
The dog's sat there going, "Oh God, go to sleep." And you go, "Oh."
He's going. Oh yeah, I just love you so much.
He looks gorgeous. He looks gorgeous. So, how'd you get away with getting him abroad? Because of course you got the home in Germany.
He's got a passport.
Has he?
He does.
Is it stamped or is it poured?
He's chipped, which is how
That's the
that
passport
works.
now,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
So they scan the chip.
Sod though, going back and forth, and you got to get him to go. Doesn't he go? Just leave me alone.
No, he loves it. He'd rather be with us at the end of the day, and he's quite used to travelling long distances in the van.
Oh,
you know,
that's good.
he's perfectly happy. He's perfectly happy.
Excellent. Now
Yeah.
you really got to bring him over now. Next time you do a festival here, because you now know is here. Hey, dogs are allowed. Bring him here. You can have him on stage with you.
I don't know that would be a great idea, really.
Come on, be honest. Or we can have him sat here with us when we're doing.
He's actually
next time.
escaped from the dressing room once at a show. And because we put him in the dressing room, and you know he has to wait
got
until
out.
we come back in the interval, and he got out somehow, ran across the stage, jumped off into the lap of someone on the front row. It was funny,
Crowd surfing.
so funny.
That's crowd surfing.
It basically was, yeah. I don't know. Oh, it just made me laugh, really.
Did any of you lot, although when you were doing the set, suddenly look and go, hell, what's happening? And he's like, boom.
Well-
You just go, carry on. You
Well,
know, I was.
To be honest, I think we were surprised that it hadn't happened sooner. Kind of waiting for it to happen, you know. Because the Enid had a dog back in the 70s, I think, where something similar happened.
Oh, well,
and that dog did a stage dive as well.
Oh, there you go. It runs in the family then.
Yeah.
It's got to be running in the family. But you got to go check them out. Is, of course, the Enid Facebook.
Yeah.
Like I said, so many. iTunes, Reverb Nation, YouTube.
We're
They're everywhere.
the real Enid on Twitter.
The real Enid on Twitter. Go check that one out. What's next? Apart from the last gig for the Bridge Show, what is coming next? Of course, today, Total Eclipse. I forgot to mention that one. Total Eclipse. What were you lot doing?
I caught a bit of it, but we were loading the van when it happened, so I missed most of it.
So you missed most of it?
I did. It had to be done, I'm afraid. You know, work comes first.
So dedicated there, Joe.
I know.
Don't lie, you got somebody else to load the van, you sat there going, oh, look, sun, moon, ooh, in one space. Oh no, the world's going to end.
And then I went blind.
And then you went blind. And then you come here to North Wales.
Yes.
And played at Tofield. HRH.
I went blind and got my sight back here. It was a bit of a shock.
HRH PROG FEST. Unbelievable, like I said, unbelievable set. Fantastic set. Again, the Bridge Show. I keep saying because it is an unbelievable set to catch you guys doing that Bridge Show. And your voice, I got to be honest, I don't know where it come from, because I'm speaking to you like this now, but if anyone's seen the Bridge Show or heard you sing, you come out there, this is not what people hear. Seriously, it's not what people hear. Not what I hear, it's just operatic. So operatic vocals coming out. Where the hell did you get it from, Joe?
Well, I wanted to develop
See, you say
an opera technique.
Got you say
because I've always been compared a bit to musical theatre, and I don't know. I've always tried to fight that because
But
I associate musical theatre to performances that I don't like. And really, what I'm doing is theatrical music, which is very classically based. But because it's combined with rock augmentation, it just means that it has... People immediately just go, right, the music's musical theatre or it's theatrical, and in order to perform it, you have to have the capability of somebody that would be performing musical theatre at least. So what I'm trying to do is develop a pop side to my voice and a operatic side to my voice, and try to get the ultimate pop opera sound, which is something I've been working on for a while, and I think I'm really finding it now, and I think people are going to be surprised when they hear the Bridge album, which is coming out this...
You bring an album out for the Bridge.
Yeah.
You bring an album out for that. You didn't say that now. Now you just said that. You didn't say you were going to bring out an album for that.
Yep.
That is going to be amazing.
And the album is me as you've never heard me before. It's such a leap from my vocal performances that I did on Invicta.
How many octaves do you hit? See, there's a big word for me.
I have a 5-octave range.
See, have you noticed, like, I'm an old man, I said octaves. Where would I get the word octave from? In my age. You got 5-octave range. That is a hell of a range.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just... Because I've seen you live, and it's like you go...
I
boom,
use
boom,
it,
boom, boom,
I use
boom, boom, boom.
all of it in a show. Absolutely.
Doesn't
all
that
of
take it out of you, though?
Oh, it's exhausting. It's great exercise. I mean, I can still talk to you now. I haven't lost my voice. You know, I've learned how to use it.
You've got a drink I've just bought you. No wonder you can't lose your voice. I promised you a drink and you got a drink.
Yes,
and you
I mean,
lost it.
but you know, you have to learn how to
drink.
use these things so that if you don't learn how to use them properly, then you can't maintain them. You're going to damage them. You're going to cause loads of problems for yourself in the future. I want to be able to do this forever.
Well, I spoke to you before you, well, as you come into HRH, I spoke to you earlier and said, right, okay, I owe you a drink, let's have a drink. And you went, no. Straight away you went, no. I have
Not now.
regime.
Later.
A regime, which is good, because you went, no. I'll have a drink later. And it is now later, and you're having that drink with me, which I have promised you since, I think, maybe the first time I spoke to you.
Yes.
We said, we'll sit down,
You've kept
we'll
saying, I'm going to buy you a drink.
I'm going to buy you a drink, and
And here it is,
finally
the drink.
got the drink. That is it. It's the only one you're ever going to see from me. Trust me. But you have that regime where you don't want to push your vocals and ruin them by doing something stupid.
Well, the thing about drinking is that, you know, for a start, alcohol dehydrates you. So it's one of the worst things for your voice for that reason. But also, most alcoholic drinks are incredibly acidic, such as, you know, it's a pint of fizz. You know, it's acidic stuff.
Ah, but it's good.
And so,
After a show.
acidic drinks plus the dehydration
So you don't drink Coke
combined
or anything like that.
are just not a good thing for your vocal cords at all because they're so delicate.
So water is your main thing.
Yeah,
so you won't drink anything
stick
like
to water.
lemon juice.
Stick to neutral stuff.
Anything like that. Just
Not anymore. I used to do the whole lemon and ginger thing because I'd heard all the myths about it, but it's bollocks.
First time you've heard it here, all the way through this interview. We're 32 minutes into it, and Joe's actually said the word bollocks.
It is bollocks. It's you know, good vocal health comes down to what habits you are able to make or break, and making sure that you do
Keep
some.
yourself fit and healthy.
It's a long-term thing that you have to think about. It's not like, okay, I need a quick fix.
Well, with
they don't
five
exist.
octaves,
You
you've
can't.
really got to think about it, though.
You can't just be like, right, okay, quick fix. What can I do now? Because I've got a problem. It's, you know, if you've got a problem, then chances are you're not going to be able to overcome it that easily. You've got to think about how you can stop that from happening again in the future.
And of course, 5 octaves is the big one to look after. Because it doesn't just come from down here. It's all the way through your body.
You use your entire body.
See, I can see it when you're on stage. You can just see what you're putting out there and the power you're putting out there to people. It's pushing so much power up.
Everything, like your choice of posture, what you see me do with my arms during the show. A lot of the time, it might look like I'm doing something for effect, but actually I might be trying to engage.
Get that.
I might be trying to engage my lats or something because that will give me the power to hit that, great
note.
big top C, you know, something like that.
It is unbelievable. And of course, such a great band around you. I said it's Max, Robert, the rest of the guys in the band as well, all around you. It's not just you as a singer on that band. It's not just you as it's everyone. It's the whole lot of you. You're one unit. You work as a unit, you live as a unit, and you practice as a unit. And you get out there, and as soon as you get out there, you're so tight-knit, I don't think anyone could pick a single fault with that band.
Thank you.
No one can pick a single fault with that band.
But I can. Which is why I always know, without other people having to know, other people can enjoy it, which is great, that's what I want them to do. But I can see where there's room for improvement and development, and that's really important. Because that means that we can take it up a level every time. That's what,
yeah, that's
what we
the
want to do.
difference, though. But, I mean, you can turn around, Max, Robert, every other member can turn around and say, oh, maybe we can just tweak it here. But anybody else out there in the audience will just go, fantastic. Can't go wrong. What more can they do? But you know where you can do that little twist and tweak.
Yeah.
Grab that little screw and just turn it. You know where it's going to work. But that's what a band does. As a family, you all know. And of course, you all live together in Germany. In a big, 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 big school. Is it finished? As you finally finished it?
Well, the place where we live.
Yes.
Oh well, no, it's an empty shell of a place.
It's still empty.
Yeah.
I know you were working hard on it. I've seen pictures
Well,
of
no,
Max still working at.
We use it
talking of which,
properly. We use it properly. We utilise all the space for filming and recording and practicing and everything.
So you're just using it.
But we don't have any furniture there. It's
yet.
I mean, I sleep on a mattress on the floor. Like, it's... I don't have wardrobes, I don't have chest of drawers, I don't have anything. I live out of a bag.
But that's what rock stars do, isn't it? That's what
it's
all
cool,
rock
yeah.
stars do. You all
It's rock and roll.
Mattresses.
Living for my art. So...
You just live that way, don't you? You've got nothing more to do. You just, hey, there's my bag, let's go on the road and just tour.
It's cool.
That's all you live off. That's all you live off. But then again, what sort of accommodation you got now tonight?
Well, they've put us in a nice chalet, actually. They've put us in a really nice one.
If anyone wants to know, squeeze in here. Squeeze it.
Here's Max.
Here's Max. Max, of course, pleasure to meet you. You've been working hard, I believe, as well on this place in Germany.
Yeah, we when we got there was no kitchen.
And you've done a kitchen.
I did a kitchen, yeah.
And I've seen the photos. I was just saying now to Joe about the photos on Facebook from you of the dog looking over the table going, take me with you.
Yeah, he wants to go.
He wants to come here.
He wants to come here, but they have those strict dog policies.
No,
so
they don't. Have you seen how many pets are running around here?
Are there? Well, pets.
There's loads of dogs running around here.
Are there?
Yeah. Four-legged ones as well.
The last place we were at, we were in Butlins, and they basically said no.
Joe, you were saying about that one now is they weren't allowed in.
No.
But here they have quite a mild one.
Okay.
You can bring your pets in.
We
So
should
I
have
was
brought the
saying
pet.
it'd be nice to have the,
Yeah, he is obviously part of the family, so it's not actually very nice for us to leave without him.
I'll bring him
But
next time.
we tend to think of him rather than us. And if he had to be locked in the van for the whole weekend, then
I'd look after him.
it would be bad for
look
him.
after him.
So
I'd have him. Take him out for walks and take him in, show him stuff.
next year,
Face crowd.
next year you could have him.
Next
You're
year.
welcome.
Next year. Max, you're looking at totally being knackered and looking at going to sleep. Great.
No,
Leather
no,
jacket,
gonna have a party.
Ah.
No, but we're trying to get into our room. He's got the key.
Give him the keys and then go.
There you are, sweetheart.
Thank you.
No, you got the keys.
The beer's in the fridge.
What room is it? What
Great.
caravan?
It's there.
What the hell is that?
Lynn Village, Dinas 15.
Jesus, what a place.
Welcome. Come join us.
Look, there he goes. He wants to go as well.
For the last hour and a half.
He's been in here. They're desperate. They would have left you here. Look, they would have left you here. But anyway, Max, go enjoy yourself. Joe's not going to be long now. We're going to get rid of him. We're going to send him back to you lot.
Right.
Get him drunk, very, very drunk. It's the first drink I bought him.
Oh, right.
I'm look.
Well, I'm going to get back to my fridge.
Oh, I can't blame you. Well, it's Max of course, from the Enid. Brilliant set, I was saying to Joe, brilliant set, the bridge show, I said to you earlier on. Looking forward to the next one. Really looking forward to that one. And again, hopefully, prog for next year. Are you going to be headlining?
Well, I've heard people saying that they thought we should be headlining.
I think you should have been now. Every year.
We'd love to headline.
Have they ever had you headline?
No.
Us headlining a festival is a very rare thing. But you know what? I prefer to be the underdog in a lot of ways. I really do.
I've got to be honest, is people have got a lot to follow from you. When you go on that stage, you may be like last but one. People have got a hell of a lot to do. Because I noticed people walking out after you'd finished. And it's not suddenly built back up. It's been quiet. You know, get you guys headlining.
I mean, it's a bit of a cliche, but it is quite a hard act to follow.
It is. The Enid, I've got to be honest, the bridge show, fantastic set, I've got to be honest. Brilliant show. Gloucester, one more show left of this. Again, we're going to say this, one more show left in London. This is going to be the last one, this is going to be done.
The Union Chapel.
The Union Chapel. You didn't say that, see?
I certainly did.
You didn't say that. You
I
said
certainly
that
did.
all the way through it, but you know, it's Max said it then when I said last show. He went Union Chapel. You didn't. He's out the interview. Come on, Max. But it's going to be the last show for the bridge tour. You got something special built for. Is it going to be next year?
We're building up to it.
An expanded bridge.
It's going to be an expanded bridge.
It's like a suspension bridge.
Oh, it's going to be the 7 bridge.
But we'll have
Over
to
into
keep it in
Wales?
suspenders, though, about what it's exactly going to be.
I can't wait. Are you going to come to Wales with it, though? This is the thing I want to know. Are you going to come, not here,
I hope
mean,
to.
South Wales?
It's going to be either Cardiff or Bristol, and
Cardiff, be nice.
we will just have to see which venue makes us the better offer.
Any venue should get you guys in. I mean, the Enid is one of these bands that has just now come back. They're there in people's faces. You get it. You can't say you're getting it because you are there. You're in people's faces. I have no problem playing the Enid on my show. I will play you till I die. Anyone. Can you make the next album less than 10 minutes on one song? Oh, no, make it 15 minutes. I need to go to the toilet at some point on it.
The bridge album, we've got one track which is 2 minutes long.
Oh, that's not good. I can't go to the toilet in that time.
Okay, well...
The Witch is good.
Find something else to
Quite a
do.
nice long one.
The thing is, you shouldn't feel like a song has to be a certain length, which is another rule that seems to happen with popular music now.
This is the thing.
It's annoying because people, well, it's sort of like, right, okay, I want my song to be played on the radio, and then people sculpture their songs to be 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes long.
And that's
2.5
incredibly
minutes, 3 minutes.
That's incredibly limiting because you can end up either taking a small idea and overdoing it,
Killing it.
or you could take a big idea and underrating it because you can't let it grow to its full potential. And so sometimes an Enid song will be 25 minutes long, and then other times a song will be 2 minutes long. But it shouldn't matter because you have to do whatever's best for the song. The song wants to be that length. It is going to be that length.
Comes out to people is the way it should be done. I mean, any song, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes long, hell, you want to play it, that's the way you feel that song should be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to play that song to its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
And there shouldn't be no more than that. It should be the full length of that track and that song. And nobody should argue with it. It's what the Enid has always done. It's what every band has always done. And that is how long this interview's gone on for. I've dragged Joe away from Max. I've dragged him away from the rest of the band. I've dragged him away from partying.
I'm going to go back to the room.
He's
I
gonna go back to
suppose
the room.
I should probably follow him because he's got the keys.
Max, I'm going to say pleasure again, sir. I'll catch you later on sometime around.
See you the next
Yeah, we will catch you there.
Take care.
Joe, I've got to say, it's been a pleasure. And, of course, drinks were on me this time round. And I'm
Thank you.
looking forward to the next Enid show. This is what I'm looking forward to. And, of course, it's Facebook, the Enid. It's
Yep.
also...
Twitter, the real Enid. And please go to theenid.co.uk and join our mailing list so I can get in touch with you directly and tell you everything that's going on. And also then you'll have my email address, so then you can get in touch with me if you want to.
And you can stalk him. As I have. I haven't stalked. Facebook, Joe, you guys are also on Facebook individually as not only a band but as people.
Yes, and
there for your fans.
I post most of my stuff now to a separate page, which you can like. So I've got a Joe Payne page. Robert's got a Robert John Godfrey page.
Max has got Max page.
Well, they're not so bothered about doing it,
Use them.
but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, if you want to follow me for any reason that's band related or any other projects that I do, because I do collaborate with other people every now and then, follow my page for that, because my personal page is pretty boring. It's just a load of stuff about the dog. So
And it's a lovely dog at that. Don't get it wrong. It's a lovely dog. He's a beautiful looking animal. You've got to bring him next time, Joe. Next time if you come to Wales, bring the dog with you. I'll look after him for you.
he'll like it. Yeah.
I will look after it. It's been Joe, of course. Joe Payne. It's been such a great pleasure to catch up with you, face to face. 2 phone-in interviews. Caught you live last year. Caught you live on the Bridge tour, which you can't miss. One more show, Uni Chapel in London. That's the last one on it. And then something major and special coming up later on.
Yes.
And I'm to be honest, Joe, I'm looking forward to it, mate. Really, really looking forward to it. It's always been a pleasure chatting to you, and I can't wait to do another catch-up one with you on the next tour.
Great.
You know that, don't you?
Can't wait either.
Joe. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Angel.
Pleasure, mate. This is Joe Payne from the Enid. Catch him live. Catch them live. Catch this guy absolutely belting it out somewhere along the line there. It's been a pleasure. Cheers, Joe.
Hi guys, this is Chris Appleton of Absolver, and you're listening to Angel Gareth on BRFM.